Good day, everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of Nqesh Review Hub. Dire-diretso po ang pag-aaral natin sa nalalapit na National Qualifying Examination for School Heads. And with that, let us begin. Allow me to share my presentation. Here we go. Ayan. So welcome to Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads, Domains 1 and 2. This will be the flow of our discussion. We shall begin with reminders to be followed by recap. And of course, our review proper has the three parts: definition of terms, domain 1, leading strategically, and domain 2, managing school operation and resources. Here are some reminders. I'm urging everyone to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com Hermes Vargas. Ayan po, huwag niyo kayo makalimutan subscribe. At syempre, you also click the notification bell para lahat ng mga videos at ganap ay lagi kayong updated. And of course, I'm also reminding everyone that our YouTube review is totally free. But of course, if you wish to voluntarily and willingly send your token of appreciation para sa inyong abang lingkod, syempre naman tatanggapin ko nun. Wala nang plastic-plastic pa, no? Ganun. That's my GCash number, 0927-585-7144. Of course, marami na nag-inquire, nagtanong, tumawag kung tumatanggap ba ako ng pag-group review. Yes, I do. At least 10 persons, and a maximum of 15. An online review is accepted, but with minimal fee, kasama na po doon yung ating mga review materials na gagamitin natin sa discussion natin sa araw na yon. It could be half day or whole day, depending on the schedule that we have agreed upon. So yan po ang ating ilang mga reminders. Tuloy-tuloy po tayo. Eto na po. Let's have a recap. Eto, last time we did discuss the following: the National Competency-Based Standards for School Heads based on Debit Order number 32, series of 2010. And of course, we also discussed Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads based on Debit Order number 24, series of 2020. And we all had this last time. You all reviewed the background, the rationale, the objectives, the policy statement, framework, principles, career stages, structure, and the domains. You can watch that on the previous video I uploaded, which was entitled English Review Hub Episode 1, PPSH, an overview, I think, no? And of course, huwag kayong mag-alala sa mga matapos lang po itong ating Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads, I'm going to conduct a mock exam for this topic alone. That is the thing now. I will be conducting an online mock exam for everyone. Sasagot kayo sa YouTube habang ako ay nagsasalita. You can just write on your paper. May timer po tayong ibibigay para ma-challenge kayo at mas mag-exert kayo ng effort na sumagot ng mabilis, pero accurate po dapat. At syempre, isi-send ko sa ating group, FB group, ang mga tanong, kasama na rin siguro ang ating mga sagot. Ayan, no? Okay, so umpisahan na po natin. Dire-diretso na po tayo. Here we go with our discussion proper. For our discussion proper, we will only have these parts: the definition of terms, domain 1, leading strategically, and domain 2, managing school operation and resources. Karuhin po natin ang lahat, beginning with our definition of terms. You find this on page 7 of the PPSSH booklet. So we'll define domain, a broad conceptual sphere of school leadership practices defined by specific strands in the PPSH. So ito yung pinaka-broad idea ng isang school head standard. So lima lamang yan, ano? Yung lima lamang yung domains natin. So lahat dyan nakaangkla. And you would understand that it's a big concept. There would be a strands that would support that domain. And ito na nga yung sinasabi natin, no, na tinatawag nating strands. Specific dimension of practice under a domain in the professional standards. You would see na lahat ng mga strands tumutukoy sa iisang domain. So they are all interconnected, but they are related, and you understand that they are very similar and they are really magkakamag-anak because they are all belong to one domain. Now, to be more specific and to be more concrete, each strand would be defined, would be identified, and would have clear indicators at union. No, concrete, observable, and measurable school head behavior practice covered in every strand in the Philippine Professional Standard for School Heads. So you have the domain, you have the strands, and then you have the indicators. You get that? So you have the domain, the bigger concept, then you have the strands here, and of course you have the smaller ones, which are the indicators to support the strands, and the strands support the domain. Okay, now we also have to define the career stages. These are description of developmental practice. Usually kasi, kung tutuusin ha, kapag teacher in charge, officer in charge, ka principal 1, I would say that you would belong to career stage 1, and principal 2 probably on career stage 2, so forth and so on. Pero not necessarily na minsan kasi may mga bago-baguhang palang principal pero they're really good. They really exhibit certain characteristic and traits na talaga makikita mo na medyo advanced naman. And likewise, there are also principals who are 3 and 4 pero hindi ko sinasabing hindi talaga magaling pero makikita mo na may kakulangan pa din. Wala pa po kasi, hindi ka mukha kasi sa PPST, sa mga teachers meron kayong ESAT, no? Yung electronic self-assessment tool. Sa aming mga principals, wala pa. I hope that would come out now. So clear tayo on the domain, the strands, the indicators, and the career stages. Okay, let's continue. Mga aspirants natin, ayan. Here we go. The PPSSH framework and domains. I talked about this last time, but I just want to emphasize that in today's discussion, we're going to discuss domain 1, leading strategic, yes, and of course, domain 2, managing school operations and resources. If you would notice, these two are under school effectiveness. Napansin niyo? Dito sila sa kulay blue na to. And the other 3, ito, 4 and 5, would be people effectiveness. That would be next meeting. Okay? So let's talk about these 2 domains which are directly or are geared towards school effectiveness. Okay? Let's continue. Domain 1, here we go. These are the indicators: vision, mission, and core values, school planning and implementation, policy implementation and review, research and innovations, program design and implementation, learner voice, and of course, 1.7, monitoring evaluation processes and tools. Here we go. Strand 1.1. You see, in every career stage, you would understand, you would see that the verb, look at this, the verb for each career stage, look, demonstrate, communicate, collaborate, and serve. But you know, sabi nga namin, career stage was really tough and difficult. Mabigat-bigat talaga to. Imagine if you try to compare strand 1.1, vision, mission, and core values. Demonstrate knowledge of depth and vision, mission, and core values to foster shared understanding and alignment of school policy programs, projects, and activities. Try to compare that to career stage 4. Serve as role model in the school and in the wider school community, embodying depth, vision, mission, and core values to foster shared understanding and alignment of school practices, policies, programs, projects, and activities. Mabigat. Napakabigat noon. You see, yung vision, mission, and core values na yun, talagang very, very important yan. Kasi pag nasa, isa lang naman ang vision, mission natin. And of course, you have your 4 core values. So you see, in each career stage, there's a defining moment, kumbaga. Papansin niyan. Yun nga lang siguro for this pandemic year, school year 2020-2021, I think baka magkaroon muna ng default na isang OPCRF sa kapuluan natin or sa division or sa region. But if you would really take a closer look, kung tutuusin, ang bawat career stage, isang OPCRF talaga po yan. Kasi yung yung career stage, that will really guide and the MOV and yung QET, yung quality, efficiency, and timeliness will be anchored to the career stages. However, there is what we call DepEd Memorandum number 50, series of 2020. We have priority strands na tinatawag for teachers, for principals, and for supervisors. Might as well you can download that and you can review that para makita po ninyo kung alin ang mga priority strands for teachers, for principals, and for supervisors. So okay, this is vision, mission, and core values. Ayan, usually yung mga nakikita yan sa mga plan ng mga school kung nare-reflect talaga yan kasi ito ay dire-diretsong kaugnay ng ating 1.2 school planning and implementation. You know, we have SIP, AIP, and this pandemic year, meron pa tayong Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan or yung BELCP. You see, team sa career stage 2, develop and implement with a planning team school plans aligned with the institutional goals and policies. Sa career stage, engage the school community in the development and implementation of school plans aligned with the institutional goals and policies. You see, engage school community. That means to say, if you are in the career stage na principal, you are engaging other stakeholders already. Here, you only develop and implement with the planning team. Pero mas malawak ang engagement ng career stage 3. And look at career stage 4. Share with fellow school heads best practice in the development and implementation of school plans aligned with institutional goals and policies. You are already talagang tama yun. You are already modeling your career stage because nasa career stage 4 ka na. You can just simply confine yourself sa school mo lang and you get solo for that. No. You share it with other school heads, especially your best practices. That's why you are on career stage 4. Okay, let's continue on strand 1.3. Policy implementation and review. Sa 1.3.1, career stage 1, sabi niya, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of policy and review to ensure that school operations are consistent with national, local laws, regulations, and issuances. When you say demonstrate kasi alam mo, cognitively, alam ng school head yan, ni principal o ni school leader. Alam niya. Pero mapapansin mo yung career stage 2 and 3, they go beyond knowing what to do. Okay? Look at this, number 1.3.2. Sabi niya, undertake policy implementation and review in the school to ensure that operations are consistent. Sabi niya, undertake policy implementation and review. Dito, ito alam mo, pero dito rini-review mo kung ano yung policy implementation ng paaral mo to ensure na consistent ka. Dito alam mo nga, dito i-review pa. Pero sa number 3, you engage stakeholders in improving the implementation ng policies. Imagine mo yun. Sa number 3, talagang napakalawak. You invite parents, your students, the LGU, the community, the other community stakeholders, that when you review, you sit down together, tingnan nyo yung policy nyo siguro, tingnan nyo yung mga patakaran ninyo. Marami-rami yan, no? Marami tayong mga policy ini-implement ko, even with we have child protection policy, no? There is just one. Yung admission policy ng mga ng paaralan natin, tingnan natin kung inclusive ba yan, tingnan natin kung naka-anchor ba tayo sa mga national and local laws. Sometimes we tend to forget that there are DepEd orders and memorandum which are higher in nature. Minsan kasi sa gustuhan natin na ma-implement yung gusto natin, doon tayo nakakamali minsan. Mind you, aspiring principals and school leaders, when you are a school head, we are all bounded by legal framework. Lagi tayo may DepEd order and DepEd memorandum and advisory pa nga, no? Doon tayo tumitingin lagi on what is legal. Kasi if you go beyond what is legal, magkakaproblema ka talaga. Doon tayo lagi is what is legal kasi yun ang tama sa batas. And that is where we operate as an institution. Okay? Career stage 4, recommend to higher authorities the enhancement of policies. Imagine mo sa career stage 4, na-review mo ang policy mo, nag-engage ka ng mga tao sa stage 3 mo, and you will write to higher authorities para i-review ang policy at para makapag-comment ka na siguro as principal, no, sa ganitong level. I will see something on the policies of the school or of the region or the division, and I would write my review and other implementation comments ko para lang mas maging maayos. That is how difficult and challenging career stage 4 is. Okay? And you have to pass that. Kailangan lahat tayo makarating sa stage 4. Ayan, challenging. Ano po? Kaya natin yan, mga kaibigan. Strand 1.4, research and innovation. Alam naman natin na sa mga school heads ngayon at sa mga lahat ng mga teachers at public schools, talaga ang research ay talagang push ang DepEd dyan. Talagang pinupush ang research. That's one of the battle cry of parang flagship na DepEd dyan ngayon. Talagang dapat ang mga teachers, ang mga educators, they engage in research and innovation. That's really, really important. Look at career stage 1. You identify relevant research findings from reliable sources. You simply identify. But in career stage 2, utilize the research. You have this data, utilize it. Ganun sa career stage 2. Sa career stage 1, alam mo lang. Pero sa career stage 2, gamitin mo yung kaalaman na yon. Sa career stage 3, you collaborate with school personnel in the conduct of research and utilization of findings. So hindi mo lang susuluhin na ikaw lang mag-implement, but you partner with other stakeholders in the school. Tandaan nyo, sa school we have internal and external stakeholders po. Sa career stage 4 ngayon, promote a culture of research. After collaborating with your school head now, together as a team, you are going to promote the culture of research. And remember, research is evidence-based and data-driven. That's why they are really, really important and relevant in running, in managing a school. Ayan. Okay? Okay. Strand 1.5 po tayo. Program design and implementation. Sabi sa career stage 1, display understanding of the implementation of programs in the school that support the development of learners. Marami tayong mga programs kasi na nagsusupport sa development ng mga learners natin. But as school heads, but the one thing that you have to remember, pag buhay principal tayo, maraming dokumentong inihahanda, maraming paperworks po talaga. That is inevitable sa buhay natin lalo na sa Department of Education. We really work on documents, on papers that would support, that would claim, that would be in the long run MOV or means of verification natin. Sabi sa career stage, you implement programs that school that support development learners. Implement. Pero pag in-implement mo, hindi lang yung sa salita na in-implement ko ng program. Anong ebidensya mo? Kung i-evaluate yung OPCR mo pag principal ka, anong ebidensya mo? Yun ang MOV mo ang pagsasalita para sa'yo. So sa mga strata na yan, importante talaga yan na kailangan bawat career stage na yan, kung career stage mo magiging basihan natin, talaga meron sa objectives sa OPCRF natin, kailangan po talaga meron kang evidence or yung means of verification. Career stage, design and implement needs-based programs in the school to support development of learners. Look at the word, design and implement needs-based. Needs-based. Hindi sinabing gusto mo lang, ha? Hindi niya po sinabing ganun, wants-based, needs-based. That means to say, utilizing your data in the research, on your assessment tool, titingnan mo kung ano talaga ang pangangailangan ng paaralan natin so that your program design and implementation are also data-driven and research and evidence-based. Hindi kasi pwedeng feel ko lang, ay naramdaman ko lang, feeling ko kulang ako ng ganito sa school ko, I will have this project. It cannot be. You really have to support your program with solid facts. Kailangan you work on empirical evidence, ha? Importante po yun. Career stage 4, lead and empower school personnel in designing, implementing programs. Look at this. Lead and empower school personnel. Hindi lang ikaw ngayon as principal. Hindi na lang ngayon ikaw as principal. Kailangan katuwang mo ang iyong mga personnel. Sabi niya, ang mga personnel mo rito in implementing, in designing programs that support the development of learners. Hindi mo sinasolo lang ang trabaho, but you are already engaging, empowering, and inviting others to work with you. That is how you manage a school. Okay? 1.6, learner voice. Sa AIPS, ESIP, ginagawa natin, diba? Yung the voice of the customers sa sinasabi natin. Okay? Kasama ang mga learners natin sa mga voice of the customers. Tandaan po natin yan. You will listen to their hinaing, no? 1.6, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of utilizing learner voice to inform policy development and decision-making towards school improvement. You demonstrate na, alam mo naman na kailangan silang kausapin, alam mo naman kailangan silang i-engage. That's right. But sa career stage, you utilize the learner voice. Ito na ang kanilang pananaw, ito na ang kanilang naramdaman, ito ang kanilang opinion. Ano ngayon ang gagawin mo? Sa career stage, you design and apply the effective strategies so that yung mga narinig mong hinaing nila, sentiment nila, magagamit mo naman. Wag lang yung alam ko, narinig ko. No, you do something. Do something. At sa career stage, kung mapapansin mo sa career stage 4, systematize processes in utilizing learner voice such as feelings, views. Gamitin mo naman yun. Lagyan mo ng sistema. Kaya nga, pag kumukuha ka ng mga learner's voice o ng voice of the customer, gumagamit ng focus group discussion, gumagamit ng mga survey, simpleng Q&A, simpleng interview. We get their sentiments, no? Their voice, their feelings, and their views on the policies of the school or whatever can affect them. Okay? Pero syempre, dito nakapokus ang 1.6 sa learner voice. Remember, as I said in my previous videos, the learners are at the heart of the educative process. 1.7, monitoring and evaluation processes and tools. Display knowledge and understanding of monitoring evaluation process schools to promote learner achievement. Kaya nga may SMEA ka, ano? Yung ating SMEA na yan, no? Tinitingnan mo, minomonitor mo, evaluate mo ang performance ng school, no? Kung saan napupunta at ano nangyayari sa first quarter, sa second quarter, yung mga progress mo, yung mga policies mo, activities mo, nakarating ba, nakatulong ba, nag-improve ba ang mga bata? Meron bang nangyari effect ang mga ito? You have a way to monitor and to evaluate those programs, policies, projects, or and other implementation. You have to follow up that through. Tingnan mo sa career stage, sabi niya, utilize available monitoring and evaluation processes to promote learner achievement. Gamitin mo yung tool mo at proseso mo. Sa number 3, design supplemental monitoring and evaluation tools. Kung meron ka ng existing, you can improve and you can enhance and you can add pa. Sa career stage 4, sabi niya 1.74, lead the institutionalization of effective monitoring and evaluation processes tools to promote learner achievement. Again, it is again anchored on learner achievement. It is not only anchored na alam natin at nakuha natin data at nakalat natin ang impormasyon. This data that we are able to get from evaluation, from monitoring, from assessment in school programs, policies, and projects must be utilized. Gamitin natin. They should not only stay in the table of the principal. That is not the way you handle those data and evaluation and monitoring tools. Okay? Pag nakuha mo yung impormasyon, gamitin mo ang makapangyarihang impormasyon na ito o data ito para makatulong sa pag-angat ng edukasyon de kalidad sa buhay ng ating mga mag-aaral. Okay? Here is domain number 2. Managing school operation and resources. We have 6, no? Records management, financial management, ako, very, very important yan. School facilities and equipment, management of staff, school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation and resiliency. 2.6, emerging opportunities and challenges. Let's continue, mga kapatid. Eto na. Records management. Demonstrate skills in managing school data information using technology, including ICT. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka minsan nawawala ang mga records ng mga bata o ng mga documents ninyo sa school, samantalang sasubmit naman kayo, sasabihin nyo may ginawa naman kayo. There must be something wrong pag ganon. Submit ka ng submit, 3 copies pa nga minsan, hindi ba? Pero magkataka ka, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the school year, nasaan ang sinubmit mo? Nawala ni ganito, nawala ni ganyan, na-misplace, etc., etc. Well, as a school head, lalo na kayo, magiging future school heads kayo, i-claim na po natin na papasa kayo. Again, you demonstrate the skills that you manage the school data effectively. Gamitin mo ng maayos yun. Records management is inevitable in every school and in every school head. You manage the data using information and ICT to ensure effective and efficient school operations, sabi ng career stage 2. Kasi minsan, nakakaasagabal yung mga data na nawawala. Kung kailangan, wala kang pinaglagyan, wala kang compilation, wala kang isa man ng storage tool, nawawala, hahanapin ba? Magtatanong ka pa kung kani-kanino. That is not the way you handle it. When you are a principal, you should know what is going on your school. Alam mo ang detalye, ultimong sulok ng bawat alam mo kung saan nakalagay yung mga gamit, ano ang marumi, ano ang hindi malinis, okay, alam mo kung saan naroon mga data. Importante po, lalo ang data. Career stage, capacity, school person in managing school data. Now, you are not the only one who would be capable of managing school data. Eventually, in career stage 3, when you are a principal school leader, you also capacitate and you also develop in your school personnel that they are also good in managing data, in records management. And on number of career stage 4, you exhibit the best practice in managing school data information, probably in the whole district or in the whole division. That's very, very commendable. And that is career stage. Very challenging. Napakataas na level na ang career stage 4, kagaya ng sinasabi ko po sa inyo kanina. Strand 2.2, financial management. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding of policies, guidelines, issuances in managing finances such as allocation, procurement, disbursement, liquidation, aligned with the school plan. Well, we have to be realistic about this. Ang kaso ng mga kamukha natin na sa Departamento ng Negosyo minsan, nag-uumpisa dahil sa pera because of not being transparent. This is financial management. This is fiscal policy and fiscal management together. You liquidate your MOE judiciously. Okay? That's why you all have those documents. Lahat yan. Disbursement check, lahat yan. Okay? Office procurement plan, lahat yan. Agency, lahat yan, kompleto po yan. Gamitin mo ng tama yon at ng maayos pag principal ka na. That's why you have to work hand in hand with your administrative assistant kung may others man ang paaralan para maging maayos ang liquidation, yung disbursement ng pera na ginagamit natin for the learners, for the teachers, and for the school. Career stage, exhibit efficient and effective practices in the management of finances, consistently adhering to policies, guidance, and issuances such as allocation. Look at this. Policies, guidance, and issuances. Sinabi niya rito. Kasi when you are a principal, lalo sa mga autonomous, no? At kahit hindi pa autonomous, you're responsible for the financial management of your school. Nasa Republic Act 9155 po yan. Malinaw din doon na may fiscal management, may fiscal responsibility, may financial responsibility tayo. So dapat pag nag-manage ka ng pera, consistent yan sa mga policy. Hindi ka pwedeng gagawa ng gusto mong batas na gusto mo, gusto kong i-liquidate, pero gusto kong bilhin ganito, gusto ko ganyan. Hindi pwede yon. You cannot just decide like that. Tandaan, gusto mong bumili na ganitong TV para ang mga learners ko mayroong TV. Tama naman yun. Pero kung 15,000 pesos na yan, hindi na pwede yon. Hindi pwede yan. Okay? Saka, hindi pwede yung 15,000 bibilhin mo dahil gusto mo lang. No, alam niyo yung policy. Dapat 15,000 below pababa dapat yun. Di ba? Ganun po yun. Hindi ba? Okay? Tapos kung gender and development project activity yan, hindi mo pwedeng utilize lahat doon ang pera ng MOE. Gusto ko God activities lang ang mga projects. Hindi pwede. Bawal yun. Bakit? Kasi 5% lang ang ina-allow doon sa MOE natin. Okay? Career stage 4. create and implement a mechanism to sustain the efficient, effective management of finances while adhering to policies, guidelines, and issuances in managing finances such as allocation. Okay. Again, you have that checking mechanism that at times you check, no? May checkpoint ka. Makumanti ang liquidation man ninyo, kung paano man sa mga division ninyo, chine-check natin mabuti yung inyong liquidation. Every now and then, may proseso ka. Well, it's a very good practice, especially kung may transparency board ka na lagi siyang updated sa mga nangyayaring liquidation at paggamit ng pera sa MOE. And you really have to post or your finance-related matters sa inyong transparency board. Ayan, yan ang mga trabaho ng mga adas katuwang ng principal. Okay? Strand 2.3. School facilities and equipment. Sabi ko na sa inyo, malaki ang trabaho ng teacher. And part ito ng resources na tinatawag yung mga gamit at kagamitan sa paaralan. Alam mo, sa 2.3, again, for career stage 1, alam mo dapat. Sa career stage 2, i-manage mo mabuti ang paggamit ng mga kagamitan ng mga paaralan. You have to manage it well. Okay? Sa career stage 3, it's not only you that who manage just the school facilities and equipment. Everybody in the school should be accountable to that. Gumamit ka ng covered court, gumamit ka ng isang room, nagpa-exhibit ka, ginamit mo yung gantong speaker, nanghiram ka ng ganyan sa property custodian, dapat clear dapat yan kung sinong gumamit, anong oras binalik, saan napunta, sinong huling gumamit, may listahan, may logbook, klaro din dapat yan. Because everybody is accountable sa skula na yung mga gamit natin. These are investment of the government. The money that we use to buy them come from the taxpayers. So dapat iniingatan natin because that is our accountability, the facilities and equipment. Look at career stage 4. Systematize processes in managing school facilities and equipment in adherence to policies, guidelines, and issuance on acquisition, recording, utilization, repair, and maintenance, storage, and disposal. Again, the highest level, the highest career stage. Systematize processes. Systematize. You see, systematize is almost equivalent to institutionalize. It becomes a part of the system na talagang organized, klaro. Okay? Strand 2.4, management of staff. You might wonder, bakit sir kasama po yung management of staff? Sa resources po, sabi dito sa domain number 2. But may staff, tao po yung staff. Yes, correct. Tama kayo doon, staff is tao. But you have to remember, resources could also pertain to human resource. Ayan, ganon. So sa 2.4.1, demonstrate knowledge, understanding of laws, policies, guidance, nuances on managing school staff. Importante na nahahandle mo na mabuti ang mga tao mo sa paaralan. Look at career stage 2. Manage staffing such as teaching load and distribution and grade level and subject area assignment in adherence to laws, policies. Do you feel ba sa mga teachers natin dyan na minsan hindi makatarungan o hindi tama ang pagbigay ng loading sa inyo? Do you feel that? Or you think that the distribution was something like parang hindi yata tama, may mali, ganon. Pag naging kayong principal, pagpasan niyo po ngayong taong ito, make sure that you are careful in the load distribution and yung pagbahagi yung staffing niyo. Sumunod kayo lagi sa batas. Huwag kayong susuway doon. Okay? Career stage 3. Engage school personnel in maintaining effective management of staff in adherence to laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances. Again, engage school personnel. Hindi lang ikaw. You engage your grade level chairperson, yung department heads ninyo, yung master teachers ninyo. Make sure that they also know the policies. No? Hindi lang ikaw. You engage them. You empower sa number 4. Sa case 4, you empower school person in sustaining effective management of staff. Even to say, kahit wala ka na, kapag, let's say, may pinuntahan ka or you are out of town, nakaka-seminar ka, kung sakali man, even without your present school head, they know what to do. Because you empower them already that, this will be the thing to do. Ito ang gagawin natin, sabi ng mga head teachers mo, sabi ng mga master teachers mo, sabi ng mga grade level chairpersons mo, they know what to do even without the physical presence of the principal. And that will sustain the life of a school, even the principal is out for a time. You see? Very, very important. Strand 2.5, school safety for disaster, preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency. Okay, very important, lalo na sa panahon na ito, no? And of course, with the changing environment, climate change, and other disasters happening around us, this is also important. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding. Laging ganun ang career stage 1. Laging mapapansin niyo may pattern siya. Pag career stage 1, nandun yung manifestation na alam niya. Knowledge level lagi siya. Knowledge level lagi siya. Sa career stage 2, there's a sort of improvement because you implement it. No? Manage school safety for disaster preparedness. You see, there's a sort of implementation and managing. For career stage 3, work with the wider school community. Napansin niyo mula kanina po, you're already engaging to other stakeholders. Lumalabas ka dun sa point na ako lang, na principal, ako lang, hindi. Tayo. Lagi yung tayo. Lagi yung tayo sa school culture. We. Because education is a shared responsibility. That's why we manage the school. We manage the school. Hindi lang yung I only manage the school. The school head may be the leader of any of a school. However, again, it's teamwork in a school. Teamwork. TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. Career stage 4, institutionalized. Napakataas na antas ng career stage 4. Talagang mapapansin mo dyan na if you notice po, nandiyan yung talagang modeling everything. The pinnacle, ika nga. Okay? Last, 2.6, emerging opportunities and challenges. Sabi rito, identify emerging opportunities and challenges in addressing the needs of learners, school personnel, and other stakeholders. Naku po, scholars, dapat alam mo yung mga opportunities and challenges na yan. Dapat matalas ka dyan. Sa career stage 1, sabi niyo, nakikita mo na. Sa career stage 2, i-manage mo yung mga emerging opportunities and challenges mo yan. Yung tipo na nag-anticipate ka ba, nakikita mo na, nag-anticipate. Sa number 3, sabi niya, capacitate. Again, yung sinabi ko kanina. Sa number 3, capacitate school personnel in managing. Hindi lang ikaw ang marunong. Sa career stage 4, empower school personnel in managing. So you see, now I hope with the students nakikita yung pagkakaiba ng career stages 1 to 4. You see the difference? Yung alam lang niya, nag-implement siya, nag-involve ang iba, at saka yung kataas-taasang nag-model ka na sa karamihan. So usually ganyan ang maging takbo ng career stages 1, 2, 3, 4 natin doon pa sa ibang domains na i-discuss ko on the coming days. So I hope it's clear to you, and these are really, really important. So I hope we have learned from domains 1, 4, and 2. Okay? So I hope this will help you, my future fellow principals and school leaders of the Republic of the Philippines. So with that po, stay safe. God bless. Congratulations. Once again, I'm Sir Hermes saying thank you so much for being with me. And of course, I truly appreciate your presence being with me. Thank you. God bless. Enjoy, everyone.